describe, where it just feels like something's going to happen and you're waiting for it to happen.
Let us clarify, because we've been showing a wide shot and from a different angle, a whole lot of officers on the other side of the federal building, almost behind you, and perhaps the visual is obstructed from your point of view. But I can tell you there are many, many, many LAPD cars and officers there that have staged. They are blocking that freeway overpass, so protesters can't get on that overpass like they did yesterday and throw bricks or concrete or scooters down on law enforcement that was below that had cleared the 101 freeway. So perhaps they're not where you are, but there's a lot of them already positioned there. They're not getting caught off guard by a crowd gathered here.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
So, I mean, that was quite a shot that we have there of these folks, and your photographer just gave us a great shot of the box that was left behind, which showed the brand of mask. I mean, it's not the kind of thing, thank you for seeing this there. It looks like a bionic shield is what that's called. I mean, that's not the kind of thing that you buy in bulk if you don't plan on doing something with it. And the fact that that's being handed out kind of like candy to everybody here gives you an indication that these folks probably plan to be here for a while.
Are you sure you don't want to pry? Because it sounds like you want to pry.
Let us investigate.
This is wild. A mysterious black truck just passed out all of these expensive bionic face shields to protesters in LA, and the news caught it on camera. I zoomed in and found out this is the UVEX bionic shield. These are not cheap. They're around $45 to $65, and you can't just get them in bulk. But one place that sells them is Walmart. And why is that important? Because there's a new protest being promoted called No Kings on June 14th. And even celebrities like Chrissy Teigen are posting it. It's in magazines and newspapers. And guess who's behind this message? Christy Walton. That's right, one of the billionaire heiresses, a part of the Walmart family. Now, I don't know why they would be behind that protest against President Trump, but remember, just less than 3 weeks ago, President Trump tweeted about the whole tariff situation, saying Walmart should stop trying to blame tariffs as the reason for raising prices throughout the chain. Walmart made billions of dollars of last year, far more than expected. Between Walmart and China, they should, as is said, eat the tariffs and not charge valued customers anything. I'll be watching, and so will your customers. So, is it possible that maybe the Walmart family didn't like that and now they're finding ways to make their voices heard? Or is this just a big coincidence?
And that is how you meet other people that might think a little like you, and you're like, yo, that makes sense. Maybe I was right.
Obviously, this was a little bit suspicious. It was raising some red flags. Who the hell is this guy? Well, we got him. And it turns out that he's not just some random guy off the street. No, the reports are currently indicating that he is affiliated with Local 399, a Southern California chapter of the Teamsters for a Democratic Union. In other words, that's a direct pipeline to the Democrat machine, folks. And don't get me started with this whole, oh, the Teamsters are a bipartisan organization. First of all, this isn't the Brotherhood of the Teamsters. It's the Teamsters for a Democratic Union group in Southern California. It's a left-wing chapter with deep ties to the Democrat Party, and they just had one of their own show up to one of these protests with all kinds of gear. That is just weird.
So you got a person directly connected to the DNC. You got a billionaire directly connected to the DNC. And they're bringing things to the protest. And now you're surprised I don't think somebody might be funding it. And now you're trying to convince me, well, that's just one case. Nobody else is doing that. And whenever I say not a lot of people are beating their wives, not caught on camera. Mengadilo, remember to subscribe. There's always this disingenuous way of speaking. And I'm like, yo, can we just admit everybody is crazy, but let us be a little on the middle ground so we can be an example?
No, you didn't. I'm sick of you.
Yeah, I don't see the example in front of me, you know, and that is sad. because I can't try to prevent the divide.
It's time to get ready because the summer just started, and that means the Democrat Summer of Love is officially on its way.
The protests are spreading to cities across the country right now, from California to Dallas and Atlanta, Louisville, and New York. Many protesters say it's time to take a stand against the Trump administration's policies and what they feel are heavy-handed and heartless enforcement.
Yeah, very interesting. They always spread to democratic countries.
These ain't opinions. These are facts.
Well, it doesn't surprise me that it spread to all these left-leaning cities. That's nothing new. But it seems like it's happening every summer.
Stomp on them, but they're too tough. They don't allow it. And attempting to infiltrate and occupy federal buildings wearing armor and face shields. The best money can buy, somebody's financing it. We're going to find out through Pam Bondi and Department of Justice who it is. They're already on it. Who's financing all this equipment? Very professional. Under the Trump administration, this anarchy will not stand. We will not allow federal agents to be attacked, and we will not allow an American city to be invaded and conquered by a foreign enemy. And that's what they are. A lot of those people were let in here by the Biden administration.
The fact that you could buy certain masks that you're not supposed to be able to buy, and it comes from Walmart after Trump called them out, and then this guy from the DNC that supposedly isn't a protester is coming with a car with a bunch of masks, and a bunch of cars at other locations coming with boards ready, with people that don't speak English but have imprinted stuff in English, like perfect, like duplicate.
Yo dije, si hacemos el muro, sí lo pagamos, pero lo hacemos con el mapa de México en 1830. Este es lo que era Estados Unidos en 1830. Y esto era parte de México, no era todo México. Si ustedes pueden ver, quizás un tercio, mínimo una cuarta parte del territorio norteamericano era parte de México hasta 1846. Fuimos despojados de estos territorios. Nosotros estábamos asentados ahí antes que la nación hoy conocida como Estados Unidos. Los nombres no engañan. El idioma que más se habla en Los Ángeles es español. No necesitas hablar inglés para estar en Los Ángeles. Y estamos en la situación actual. Esto es parte de Estados Unidos. Sí. El gobierno de Estados Unidos tiene derecho a instrumentar las medidas que considere migratorias convenientes, ciertamente, pero no tiene derecho a violentar la dignidad de las personas migrantes. No tiene derecho a separar las familias, no tiene derecho a someterlos al sufrimiento, a la persecución, al acoso. No tiene derecho a violar la ley que el propio gobierno de Estados Unidos y el pueblo de Estados Unidos se dio.
Well, imagine if you agree with that. Maybe it is a good idea. 1850, all the money that you get is yours, almost no taxes, and you're not funding any non-profit that you never agreed with. Wouldn't that be a nice thing? Yeah, let's focus on the family, because back in the day, we actually focused on the family.
Today we executed a search warrant on the individual who was seen earlier this week distributing face shields to suspected rioters down in Los Angeles. We have made it a huge priority to try to identify, locate, and arrest those who are involved in organizing, supporting, funding, or facilitating these riots that they're going on. It appears they're well orchestrated and coordinated and well funded, so we want to understand who these people are and where this organization is coming from. And today was one of those first arrests, the key arrests that we did.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have the right to protest, but I also think it should be organic and it should be safe.
Don't get me wrong, makosa kita bong. Put the fire na mi blonde, kush hash, purple skunk, criollo, colombici, jam, durloqueta, verdeta, welcome.